The Epstein files have officially been released. Yeah, you're probably just as frustrated as I am, as that tweet that I just showed you was put out by the House Judiciary GOP, the official X page of an official government account is memeing and rickrolling one of the most vile predator cases we have ever seen. When you think of like a predator, right now you probably think of P. Diddy immediately comes to mind. But before P. Diddy, it was Jeffrey Epstein. People wouldn't even say his name on YouTube. They would say Jeffrey Epstein or something because it would get demonetized or less likely to get as many views. That is how messed up this child trafficking, human sex trafficking case is. And they've been edging us for so long about releasing the file. It's like, if you're not going to release them until a couple of weeks, then wait. Stop telling us they're going to be released tomorrow and then don't actually release them. And absolutely don't make a joke out of them. Like, I get that the average, brain rot Gen Alpha kid might be making, brain rot memes and making immature, bad taste jokes about this situation, but an actual official government page doing a rickroll, that's just messed up. Can we as society take anything serious anymore? Like, I get desensitizing stuff and making jokes, right? I remember we were talking to a first responder back when I was in permit class before I got my driver's license. And, he was talking about how you see a lot of messed up stuff. So sometimes they might make little dark jokes, right, to kind of deal with it, because they see a lot of messed up things. But at one point, there's got to be a time to be serious. And we're talking about like a widespread child sex trafficking case, right? And you are a government account, an official account of a government page. You really shouldn't be making jokes out of something like this. You're not Wendy's and McDonald's, making little jokes. You're an official government sector, and you're on the topic of a sex trafficking case where children were taken to an island in horrific acts that forever are going to mess up the lives of these people forever. It's just like, that's not really funny. And they should just release the files. And I feel like at this point, we're probably never going to see the files in their entirety. They're going to redact and cover up the names of probably people who are still alive or main suspects in the case. I mean, it's been debated if Epstein even committed suicide, I'm pretty sure from what I heard, it seems as though maybe a guard helped him commit suicide or did it for him or something, because there's a lot of people who, I think so far from what we've seen in the files, that have been like seen at the island. I don't know if it obviously proves that the people did horrendous acts or anything, but they are at least suspects and, should be looked into. We need to do an investigation for sure, but I just feel as though the government needs to be more transparent. And if you're going to at least serve justice and you're going to follow through with it, you should really release the names of these people so that justice can be served. There's a lot of people in Hollywood, a lot of people in the industry who probably have connections to Epstein and have done messed up things, whether it's with Epstein or not. But I mean, this is the Epstein files, but who have connections to Epstein who should, have justice served for what they did. And it's just wild that they're making it seem like this is supposed to be like a massive sequel. Like, they're acting like Kanye West when he wouldn't release Donda for like the longest time. It's like, you're not dropping an album. You're not dropping a new movie. Why are you pushing it out like this is a piece of art? These are files that you have on hand that are already completed that you need to just release. Like, at least if you're not going to release them and you're going to keep them concealed or classified, then just tell us. Stop making us anticipate the release for it not to happen. Epstein was arrested July 6th of 2019, and it was August 10th of that same year that he was found dead in his jail cell. It's been 5.5, going on 6 years now since he was arrested, and the case has basically gone cold, with them just gassing what is left of the fire when they can just release the thing. And if it's taken them this long with Jeffrey Epstein, I really wonder how long, once the trial with P. Diddy ends and he gets locked up, how long it's going to take for them to fully release the documents, showing anybody else who was involved. When it comes to, Sean Combs and his court date and everything, like, and that gets finalized, are we just going to see him guilty and no one else that he was involved with, Like, what more is there to him? If it's taken him this long with Jeffrey Epstein, whom literally is dead, like, the case as far as seeking justice on him is done, but yet they won't release their findings, There's a lot of victims out there who need justice, so I really hope that they get more serious. Because in this day and age, we need to take things like this seriously. This is not a joke. Like, you can make jokes out of other dark things, right? But this, come on. There are living victims of this right now whom we don't really know necessarily because the files have not been released. So just release the files. And That's basically all I gotta say.